This morning on Daybreak, Springfield could see an increase in the number of available COVID-19 tests.
And we'll tell you about some of the problems people filing for unemployment are running into.
Also, a closer look into how social distancing is crucial to stopping the spread of the coronavirus. We'll explain that and more and have some Legos along with it this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us. It is Wednesday, April 1st. I'm Lauren Barnes.
Joe Morano here with you. Do we all just feel like we're out of breath after the month of March?
A little bit.
I'm telling you, man.
It's a rough month.
It's been a rough one, right? So we're here. It's April 1st. We don't need April Fool's jokes,
We have
right?
no jokes. I think the Ozarks Fox AM crew will have some jokes for you, so you can look forward to that.
Maybe. We got an hour of news for you, though. It's no problem there. And also some nice weather. Hopefully that won't be a problem either. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa, good morning to you.
That will be a change. March was the 5th wettest on record for us here in Springfield.
Felt like it.
I've noticed that because we started staying inside, of course, in March a lot more. And I didn't, at first, I was like, this is kind of gloomy. I don't want to be outside in this anyway, you know?
Yeah, we had totals nearing 8 inches for the month. So a soaking wet month, and we're finally starting out with some drier conditions for April.
Okay, yeah, yesterday afternoon was nice, and we're looking forward to something similar?
Yeah, we'll have sunshine out there today and temperatures approaching 70 degrees. 41 right now in Springfield is a little bit on the cooler side and closer to average. We've got clear skies and lighter winds. Things are dry out there this morning. Smooth sailing as you head out if you do need to head out. It's 5 to 10 degrees cooler now than it was this time yesterday. 48 degrees in Branson, 48 in Monette, and it's 41 degrees in Springfield. So dry roads out there today. Shouldn't have any issues as far as the weather is concerned. Just lots of mostly sunny skies. Steady southerly winds and taking another run at 70 degrees. Should be a really beautiful day out there today. Coming up in a couple of minutes, I'm going to have a lot of detail and statistics on our top 10 record wet March that we just finished up. A beautiful day out there today. The winds will pick up by tomorrow ahead of our next cold front arriving by Friday. Details on that in 10 minutes.
We have information on 2 new deaths reported last night. One patient was in his 90s and a resident at Morningside of Springfield East. 8 residents at that facility have tested positive for the coronavirus. The other was a man in his 80s who had a contact with an international traveler. Greene County has 50 confirmed positive cases now. Statewide, Missouri has 1,327 confirmed COVID-19 cases. Webster County also announced its second case.
Today, a local lab is providing thousands of COVID-19 tests in Springfield. They'll be delivered and they can produce results in as little as 24 hours. Dynamic DNA CEO Austin O'Reilly says that they've developed and distributed 4,000 tests to Cox, Mercy, Jordan Valley Community Health Center, and Citizens Memorial in Bolivar. To be able to get this done, the lab received funding through the Missouri Foundation for Health to get those tests validated.
We're seeing turnaround times of 7 to 10 days from local hospitals that are sending these out to some of the bigger commercial labs, and honestly, that's just too long. We'll be able to offer results in as little as 1 day, and it's a critical period of time. It's a very dangerous period of time, and if we could very quickly identify these positives and negative cases in the community, then that's one step further to preventing further spread.
As a reminder, those tests will still only be available on a doctor referral basis.
The Department of Agriculture and other food safety specialists are telling you to stop washing your produce with soap. Some have turned to doing that to clean their groceries recently, but soap is actually not good for consumption. Water should work just fine, according to experts.
In your news around the region, many small businesses and nonprofits are taking a big hit from COVID-19. Now a new program has been created to support them. The University of Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center is partnering with the Northwest Arkansas Council on the Small Business Emergency Assistance Program. It will provide free services to organizations so they access benefits provided by the U.S. Small Business Administration. It includes help with loan applications, one-on-one counseling, and business planning.
We put a lot into developing in our downtowns and doing a lot of things over the last decade to make this a great place to live and work, and we want to try to do everything we can to let this be a setback, you know, in a short amount of time, not necessarily a change in trajectory for us.
In order to maintain safe social distancing practices, services will be given remotely through the phone and video conferencing.
The Arkansas Department of Human Services is making changes to daily operations now. In order to protect clients and staff, DHS will allow clients to take advantage of remote options for submitting applications or documents. Offices are open, but capacity is limited to 10 people at a time, so people are encouraged to submit paperwork online.
One thing we want clients to know is that we are trying to keep everyone safe and their health protected.
The DHS will provide an emailed receipt showing the department received those needed documents.
Many people have been reporting issues while filing for unemployment. Some saying the online application portal goes down, the listed phone number results in hang-ups, or seemingly endless lines pop up at local unemployment offices. Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson addressed some of those concerns.
We've had tens of thousands that have got through and filled out claims. I know it's frustrating, but they're working on it every day. We're going to improve the system, but it's a challenge.
Hutchinson says the state has added 20 to 30 new staff members to man the phones, and new IT systems were installed to handle the load too.
Governors throughout the country have been telling us the importance of social distancing and the role of flattening the curve and how that still exists now. This morning, Connor James shows us exactly how social distancing works and how effective it is to stopping the spread of the disease using Legos.
So let's move into...
We've all more than likely sat down at some point this week and watched one of the governor's daily news conferences. Every time we're told about how crucial our role is in flattening the curve.
And as we know, we expect more cases.
But how, though? How can one person play a vital role in stopping the spread? Well, take this guy, for example. We'll call him Junior. Junior here just got back from a trip, and he doesn't know it now, but he actually has the novel coronavirus. He just won't start showing symptoms for another 3 to 7 days. In some cases, he might not even show symptoms for about 2 weeks. In epidemiology, the rate of how quickly a virus spreads is called the virus's R0. COVID-19 has an R0 of 2.2. Now, for the sake of this, we're just going to round that down to 2. But what that essentially means is that for every person that has COVID-19, they're more than likely going to pass it on to 2 people. Now, let's get back to Junior. He decides to ignore social distancing guidelines and hang out with some friends now that he's back in town. Junior not showing any symptoms unknowingly spreads that to 2 people, since the R0 is 2. Now this is where the curve comes into play. Those 2 people Junior infected will each infect 2 other people. Then those 2 will infect 2, that's 4. Those 4 will infect 2, that's 8. 8 becomes 16, then 32, 64, and that number just keeps multiplying until thousands are infected. And while Junior and many of these other folks are healthy and young, Mama over here is not. And now she has COVID-19. Her granddaughter unknowingly gave it to her, and her granddaughter doesn't really even know Junior. Now here's what flattening the curve means. Let's say these 4 folks social distanced properly, washed their hands, and took all the necessary steps to stay healthy. Now take a look. All these people may not need to use hospitals or even get tested because they avoided it. Now Mama never even came in contact with someone that had it. Social distancing helps spread the cases out over time so there won't be a huge spike, so that there will be enough beds and supplies in local hospitals for people who are like Mama and need it. And here's just some food for thought. Not that some of these folks wouldn't get the coronavirus from someone else, but look what would have happened if as soon as Junior got back, he isolated himself for a couple weeks. Exactly. He stopped and slowed the spread.
Interesting take there. We've got some dry roads out there this morning. Things are much quieter than they were yesterday. Also cooler too. Temperatures are about 5 to 10 degrees cooler now than they were this time yesterday, starting out at 41 degrees in Springfield. Details on a beautiful day ahead coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.